If you were anything like me growing up, this tune brings back nostalgia. Skylanders Trap Team was one of the first video games I really played, and certainly the first one I got hooked on. I still vividly remember hours and hours of playing Skylanders with my friends, making it through each level and eventually beating the game together. I also remember watching Stampy play the game and seeing all the Skylanders I didn't have. This game was such an important thing for me growing up and certainly shaped the love of video games I still have to this day. But as life moved on, so did I, and Skylanders Trap Team was relegated to the back of my mind. That is until recently, when I was cleaning my closet and found my old Skylanders bag in all its dusty glory. With all those memories flooding back to me, I wonder, now as a 18-year-old about to graduate high school, does it hold the same magic I felt as a child? Once I'd gotten some free time, I decided I'd play Trap Team again and find out. So let's get into it. The game opens with Cloudcracker Prison getting obliterated, releasing all the villains held within, as well as an introduction to the main cast at the grand opening of the Skylanders Academy, which is abruptly halted by the newly escaped villain, the Gulper. Soda Springs is the first level of the game, and acts as the tutorial. As such, it is a relatively short and simple level compared to the rest of the game. However, it does a pretty good job at introducing the game's main gimmick of trapping the villains and using them in battle. Soda Springs is a somewhat boring level after the first playthrough, but it isn't really supposed to be a particularly interesting level, so I'd say it gets a 7 out of 10. After defeating and trapping the Gulper, the gang finally realizes something fishy is going on here, and are then told that Cloudcracker Prison was blown wide open! So they decide to go to Know-It-All Island to get some answers from the Know-It-All Stoneheads. Know-It-All Island wasn't that fun to me. It was short and kind of without a goal. We almost immediately met the Stoneheads that gave us the info we wanted, so the level felt like it was unnecessarily long. They probably should have put the Stoneheads captured by the enemies at the end of the level, instead of at the beginning, giving a more clear objective to follow throughout the level. It also introduced the gunner minigames, which I always somewhat liked, until playing them through an emulator. Just look at this. This is low sensitivity. 5 sad trolls out of 10. After learning about the Doom Raiders, the gang decides to go after the Chompy Mage, because he left a forwarding address to the Chompy Mountain. And I'm not gonna lie, this level is one of my favorites. Chompy Mountain has so many funny moments as you make your way to the top of the mountain that I can't even show them all. But here are some of the best parts.
I'm not scared of nothing, Skylander. I just accidentally locked myself inside this jail cell. Why would a normal house even have a jail cell?
Is opening up this here gate that stands between us and kicking some Chompy Mage tail. So let's do it.
Yeah!
All right! The Chompy Mage has a tail?
Ah! Blasted by my own cannon! Not fair! Not again! I am going to have to fly away now, but when we meet again, I will definitely make sure not to leave any cannons around for you to shoot me with!
If he had a tail, I didn't see it.
The little funny moments like these are what define the Skylanders games, and it's where you can really see all the love that was crafted into each and every part of the game, especially with the main villain of the mountain, Mr. Chompy Mage himself.
It is I, the Chompy Mage!
And I sincerely hope you love the Chompy Mage as much as I do, because you will be seeing him for the rest of the game. He's easily one of my favorite characters. 10 Chompies out of 10. After leaving Chompy Mountain with our new best friend in tow, we catch wind of Chef Pepperjack's plot to cook a Phoenix egg into a bomb, so we head to the Phoenix Sanctuary to stop him, which is where we meet Tessa, who I definitely ship with Flynn. Get it? Ship? Ship? Because we're on a ship? Unfortunately, chaos prevents us from catching the chef, so we have to continue chasing him. Overall, Phoenix Sanctuary is a fairly chill level with a few funny moments.
Well, I'm the biggest bird, I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird, I'm the biggest bird.
7 big birds. Continuing the chase on the chef, we find him in his fully armored and battle-ready Zeppelin. How did he have time to make this? It's been like a few days since he was released from the prison. Anyways, after battling through the Zeppelin, We make it to the chef himself, which is such a fun fight, and he's really a funny character.
Hope you brought an appetite, because tonight on the menu, we serving you.
Chef Pepperjack.
Serve you as in gonna cook you as a dinner, not serve you as in present the food to you. I can see how that would be confusing.
It's a pretty short and sweet level, but it does finally unlock Skystone Smash, which I really enjoyed playing, unlike most people. I think this level gets 8 Scoville units out of 10. After apprehending the chef, Mag suggests we should go get her information squid to get more information on the Doom Raiders. Why did we go to Know-It-All Island if we have an information squid that can tell us anything we want to know? Anyways, we have to fight pirates and drop Mags in the water.
Up on that other platform. Just about anywhere will do.
Anywhere? To finally get the information squid, which has been eaten by rainfish, hence the level name. Honestly, this level is pretty boring in my opinion. Each of the bosses felt pretty similar to each other, and the cranes were very annoying to control at times. But it was pretty important to the plot, because the information squid ended up being Chaos in disguise, as a ploy to team up with the Skylanders and take down the Doom Raiders, because he not only gets bullied by the Skylanders, but other villains also bully him as well. 4 Pirate Chompies out of 10. Our old enemy turned new ally Chaos warns us that the Doom Raiders are going to be stealing the secrets of Treptanium from the dreams of Mabu scientists at Monster Marsh, so we decide to intercept them. Monster Marsh is a sort of lackluster level and probably my least favorite level in the game, but we do get to see the modern housing market. Oh! Man, Gen Z's screwed. This game was so ahead of its time. Throughout the whole level, we fight these stuffed animal type enemies, and I still can't decide if the enemy design is super cool or super weird. But I'll give it 4 haunted plushies out of 10. Unfortunately, we failed to catch the Dreamcatcher, and she learned the location of the Traptanium lab, so we follow her to the telescope towers to once again try to stop her. Along the way, we meet some Mabu that might actually be more incompetent than the Mabu Defense Force.
The things going on at this observatory defy scientific explanation, so we locked the door out there and hid in this crate.
Use your brain! Use your brain! Use your brain! The thing in your head, use it!
After getting the key from these Mabu, we go and defeat the Dreamcatcher. From here on out, I honestly think the Trap Team starts to hit its stride with some of its most funny moments. And is it just me, or does the Dreamcatcher remind you of the book Smile? I also realized I didn't have the game set to hard mode, so I upped the difficulty, which definitely wasn't a mistake. 6 dreams out of 10. After defeating the Dreamcatcher, we go to the Mystic Mill. And I'll be honest, I still have no clue why. But once we arrive, we meet up with the Mabu Defense Force, despite Chaos's judgment.
Mabu Defense Force? You have seriously got to be kidding me! Those idiots couldn't find hay in a haystack!
Heading into the mill, the Mabu are all captured and die. Did all the Mabu just die? Maybe Chaos was right. It's a really short level, but I honestly really enjoyed it. I just wish I knew what the point of it was. 6 Mabu out of 10. After the mill, we realize the Doom Raiders are making a super weapon that needs a stinky object to power it, so we go to the secret sewers of Supreme Stink to prevent the Doom Raiders from getting anything stinky. Another short level once again, but it's kind of funny, and multiple times we meet a man with some serious germophobia.
Wait a minute. You may be carrying germs! You're unclean! Ah! But you're probably still crawling with germs! Ah!
7 germs out of 10. After we cut off the Doom Raider's supply of stink, they decide to time travel into the future and get some aged stinky cheese instead. So they need to capture Chaos and force him to time travel them, because Chaos can apparently do that. To lure Chaos in, they take over his Willikin factory, which to Chaos's credit, he does realize it's a trap almost immediately, which he also almost immediately disregards and goes to the trap anyways.
You own a Willikin factory? Well, happy reopening, I guess.
Save it, fool! It must be those stupid Doom Raiders! Ooh! This is the last straw!
After fighting some enemies, we split up and break into the factory. Soon after, we encounter Dr. Crankcase, who captured Chaos in the time we were separated. This is why you don't split up, but I digress. Willikin Workshop is such a fun level, and Crankcase is a really cool and interesting villain.
You must be the Skylanders I've heard so much about, yes? No, really, I'm asking. Just want to make sure I'm talking to the right guy here. Oh, great, all right. Well, let's do this then.
Andy has such a fun boss fight, but without a doubt, the best part of this level is Chaos. It's just so entertaining to travel around with him.
I ask you, what have I ever done to deserve this? On second thought, don't answer that.
An emphatic 10 crab barrels out of 10. Despite defeating Crankcase, Wolfgang got away with Chaos and went to Time Town to travel to the future. And like good allies, we chase him down to save Chaos. Unfortunately, within a single action, Wolfgang becomes the most capable villain in the entire game.
Watch this!
Emergency landing! This just got personal.
Honestly, I respect it. We make it to the top of the clock tower just in time to save Chaos, but Wolfgang flees 10,000 years into the future. Time Town is a very good level with several amazing and funny characters. Also, has probably my favorite clip in the entire game.
Get that thing away from me! I never want to see another clock again!
Easily a 10 toot toots out of 10. Following Wolfgang into the future, we see that he has left the Doom Raiders behind and is going to destroy all of Skylands with the loudest concert in history, so it's up to us to stop him. This is without a doubt my favorite level in the game, from the Star Wars references to the music, and the Kane imposter.
Right now! The Big Bad Whooper is about to take off and broadcast the loudest concert in history!
Wolfgang is also my second favorite character in the entire game, and he is such a good and difficult boss fight. 10 electric guitars out of 10. Unfortunately, despite capturing Wolfgang, the stinky cheese was still harvested and delivered to the final remaining villain to catch, the Golden Queen, who completed her ultimate weapon and declared herself the ruler of Skylands. To find her, we have to go to the Sky Highlands and get a gold tracker. But to get there, we need a rocket. So we go off to steal a rocket from the trolls in a full-on beach assault, which predictably was not appreciated by the trolls.
We trolls shall defend our floating island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the fields. We shall fight on the beaches. Well, we don't really have any beaches. Maybe we should all just go somewhere with beaches instead.
It may not seem like it, but I'm a history nerd. So when I heard this troll version of a Churchill speech, I was pretty hyped. And the whole level is very clearly World War II inspired. It's just so cool. Unfortunately, it's a fairly short level, but it still gets 10 bombs out of 10. After stealing the rocket from a German scientist troll,
Hey! You had better not be here to steal our super secret rocket!
we finally fly to the Sky Highlands. Arriving in the Sky Highlands, we are greeted with a full aerial dogfight with pirates that continues into the background of the whole mission. I genuinely don't know where the Sky Pirates kept coming from. This island is not that big and they just kept coming out of nowhere. But after fighting our way up the platforms, we reach the gold tracker. Honestly, this level's pretty annoying. It has 4 separate cannon segments, but beside that, it was pretty funny dealing with Hawkmungus.
Who dares disturb the great Hawkmungus and his evil band of pirates? Wait, don't tell me. It's more fun to guess.
We also had our first death of the run here. 6 gold coins out of 10. The gold tracker led us to the Golden Desert. Why we didn't check here first, I could never tell. Anyways, we blast our way through the temple entrance and watch as Callie is captured and turned into gold, turning this into a rescue mission. Continuing on to save Callie, we hear Chill Bill interview a Chompy Worm.
Welcome to my exclusive interview with a Chompy Worm. Thank you for coming, Mr. Chompy Worm, and let me first say that... Ah!
And we eventually get held up in an arena fight where we eventually save Callie. The Golden Queen makes this level pretty funny, especially at the end with her saying random nonsense.
Look, Skyland, I'm sure in some circles your bravery and heroism is really quite appreciated, but it's getting in the way of my world domination.
7 gold Callies out of 10. After rescuing Callie, we make our way into the Golden Queen's lair, prepared to fight the final fight. And after making our way through her temple and dealing with the worst puzzle of the entire game, we face the final boss. The lair of the Golden Queen is an intimidating level with a really difficult fight, and it sets up a really rewarding ending to the game. The Golden Queen even spouts more nonsense before being defeated, and after this climactic final fight, we return to the academy and celebrate with everyone. But someone is missing. To no one's shock, the archenemy of the Skylanders, Chaos, betrayed us and took the ultimate weapon for himself. Except he fused himself with the power of the stinky cheese and Traptanium to grow stronger. This gave him the ability to perceive us on Earth, and he pivots his attack towards us. The true final level is so good. From Chaos breaking the 4th wall, to the really difficult boss fight that killed several of my Skylanders, and the false ending, it's just a masterpiece to cap off this amazing game. Overall, I still love Skylanders Trap Team. From the 18 unique levels, to the many Skylanders, all the unique level soundtracks, and even the small details like the radios you hear Chobo speaking on, each level you can tell was handcrafted with care. This game was truly a product of passion and not greed. Even if the magic I felt as a child isn't quite the same, this game will always be near and dear to my heart, and I will always feel that same nostalgia when I hear that tune.